hero-wise so far, we did see Celeste, Kestrel, Tony played a lot into these games. Those are only examples. You also have Fortress. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and right now, like talking about the banned heroes, we have Cruel that gets banned fairly often. Celeste, Cruel.
Yeah, I
And
see Tony get banned a lot, you know.
yeah,
Celeste seems to be a little bit more of a power pick coming in. Definitely the Crawl and the Taka. You know, but that just still leaves a ton of flexibility in the draft. So
yeah, but it would be interesting to see. Like, actually, I'm going to focus on one hero in particular. It's Cruel. I
mm-hmm.
haven't seen Cruel being played for so long because it gets banned every single match. And when you're actually using the draft client for an ACL, it gets banned almost all the time onto those two first ban sets. So I'd like to see a Cruel played here, even though it's one of those heroes I actually hate because I don't like Cruel. But it would be interesting to actually see a Cruel being played here because last time I saw it played, it was played by Tribe. And it's just when you have a Cruel actually going into a game and snowballing, it will like it's a game changer. Having a Cruel in your game is a game changer. He can dive, he can sustain, he can burst. He's got CC. He's got everything in a hero you actually want to take down efficiently an enemy backlane. It's going to be
Yeah,
very interesting to see.
he's such a good gank hero, right? And also one thing I think about Shadow's Rise or the Sovereign's Rise rather versus the Fold is we're still all getting used to the new game format. One thing, I'm a Cruel main. I learned from Addy Andrus, who is an Oracle, are a couple of my Cruel teachers, and someday I will live up to them, as well as Tasty Bacon was another one of my Cruel professors. You know what I find when I play Krull in two things when I play in Sovereign's Rise: the patience of sitting and waiting for your heroic perk that Shadows Empower Me. It really lets you just sort of sit and have a look around and get ready for your, you know, lets you sort of think about your position a lot. The slow, also, I think one thing that's really affected is the fact that you've get attack speed with Shiver Steel. Now, I mean, back in the Fold days, you didn't get any kind of attack speed with Shiver Steel, and Shiver Steel was still a core component of Krull's build. At this point now, with the added, you know, with the added ability to just really hammer people with the stacks and really build those stacks up, and get your lifesteal going, you're right, Max. You just have a ton of slow. You're able to really slow that laner down, slow the target down, build the stacks, and effectively just shut them down really hard. And then when you bring down the Spectral Smite, you know, they're just in a bad way very, very quickly. So it doesn't really surprise me that Krull's super tough right now. I expect to see probably Shiver Steel and maybe even Shadows Empower Me get a little bit of a nerf maybe coming up in here in the next patch. So
Yeah.
because,
He
you
even
know,
got
I mean, we
nerfed,
all
man.
like to. Yeah, right. He definitely, you know, he needs it, but no surprise. I expect in the triple ban, if we get our other team here shortly, I would put my money on them
Mm.
banning out Crawl. So yeah,
By the way, we do actually have the draft that started. I'm gonna. Do you have the draft?
I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna send to look at
Got
there.
it.
We do have the draft link. Then just didn't get sent out. So yeah, we went to the draft. Then sorry, though, we didn't see that. So we did have like we were talking about Crew for so long, but Crew unfortunately got banned out. So we're not going to be seeing
Got
any
banned.
Crew action in this game. And with a Celeste ban, so like two extremely powerful heroes, you have like the
Mm-hmm.
Sustain and Burst Down God. There's Crew, and then the Siege and like Sustain God that is the Celeste. Both are going to be banned out, and then it's going to be a first pick for Boosted Child with that Taka. Like, what do you have to say about Taka, Nikki?
You know, he's banned often. One thing I think is his basic attack when you get the House Kimura perk going is very high, even with just a Storm Crown. The cooldown on his B ability is really high as well. So he's a big pain. A good Taka player right now is just hard to deal with.
Like he's got so much sustain, and like he's very skilled hero. So burst of damage, he can avoid CC,
Mm-hmm.
he can disappear with his stealth. So like it's an interesting hero. He can be very annoying when put into the right hands. So anyway, we do have then a Catherine and Glaive pickup on the side of Ultra All Stars. So that's a very nice combo. You have Glaive, getting the afterburn, throwing someone on the enemy team into your team, and then you have the lockdown of that Catherine. It was a huge silence on that Blast Tremor. So it's a very smart combo that's coming out. And you have then the Kestrel pickup on Boosted Child. So you do see that now Glaive and Catherine are going to try and focus down this Kestrel that's going to be game-changing if she actually stays alive long enough to dash out all that damage.
A lot of speed in the engage with a Glaive and a Catherine, especially if they're planning on playing a jungle roam comp. You can really, with the afterburn, that, I'm happy to see a Glaive, not really a meta pick right now, but a good Glaive hero. Denominate will tell you all day long. I bet he's stoked and watching right now that Glaive's in the run right now. So I bet he's really happy. But a good afterburn, and then a good stun from Catherine, and you really it's just a great gank team. So if they're coordinated, it could be really really a long night for the laners.
Yeah, indeed, we're going to have to pay attention to the synergy of Ultra All-Stars on that very nice wombo combo right there. I like talking about heroes that are meta or not. I like a hero that's completely ignored is that Ozo. Like Ozo, I think is completely forgotten about in this 3.1 patch in 5v5. Like I haven't seen any Ozo since the 3.1 patch is actually came out. So if someone actually picked it, that would make me a happy man, because I'll see an Ozo play, and like when it's played properly, Ozo can just out sustain absolutely anyone on the rise so far. So like I want to see a little surprise pick Ozo right now.
I'd love that too. Crystal Ozo right now does have a ton of sustain. Almost with the acro bounce, can play a little bit like an assassin. You go in and you kind of hop in, hop out. You can really, really, be fast about it, and get in. With the life steal, you've got a good chance of sustaining through your acro bounces and then get out. So his jungle clear is a little slow. I think that hurts him in 5v5 right now. But yeah, Ozo would be pretty cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see that. Looks like the draft is locked apparently. Nothing's moving for us. So yeah, they got too much time. Like right now, Ultra All Stars are cheating. They got way too much time to actually take that second ban. Well, I hope they're gonna do actually a smart ban. Like right now, what could they actually ban? Do you think? Like I'd expect to see. What could it be? I'd see a Churnwalker ban right there on the side of Ultra All Star, because
yeah.
Into a Glaive Catherine, like they're two heroes that after they're actually engaged, they're actually quite locked down. They cannot go anywhere. So seeing a Channel could pick up on the enemy side of a Boosted Child would be nice if it's actually still available. So we're gonna have to see.
Yeah, I also expect to see a good counter to Glaive. Is an alpha. Alpha is really strong right now, so I expect to I'd expect maybe an alpha ban to come out. I think the kite, the ability to kite with a Glaive, kind of went, or against a Glaive, that could be something too. I don't know if an Adagio could be a possible pick as well, but just trying to think about kind of classic counters to a Glaive. Honestly, I think that Kestrel is going to be more of a problem for really a big problem for Ultra. She just seems to be so tough right now.
Yeah, that's very true. It is very tough. So far looks like the draft is a little, so we're gonna have to like speculate for the time being until it actually gets going on track again. So so far we do have then Taka Kestrel on the side of Boosted Child, with Ultra Star having that Glaive and Catherine pickup we did talk about quite a bit right now. So pick one I would like to see on the side of Ultra All-Star Gwen, because Gwen, in my opinion, does fairly well up against squishy heroes like Kestrel, because she's got a huge burst potential with her Boomstick passive. So basically what that would allow is, even if she dives onto the backlane and takes down Kestrel and dies after, she's taking down one of the key components of the comp of the side of Boosted Child. So I would like to see a Gwen pickup on the side of Ultra Star to go up against that Kestrel pickup and try and counter it as much as possible. And as we see, probably draft got reset. Apparently, yeah, the draft got reset apparently. So we're gonna have to start all this from scratch. So that's pretty interesting.
Well, as long as everybody kind of, minds their, you know, minds what they pick, then we should be right into it. I like the Gwen pick too. She seems very popular. Right now, I do think her, you know, uh, definitely think that her abilities bode well for the game right now. Especially as a bottom laner. So yeah, I think Gwen to be a strong pick.
And I just heard it's going to be a fresh start, so they can change the picks and the bans they actually did. And they were going to be
Oh,
Boosted
okay.
Chard, then banned Cruel again, and Ultra All Star. They did see the Taka pick up on the side of Boosted Chard, so they a little bit exploiting the problem just happened. So, like, smart move anyway coming up from Ultra All Star. They're using this isn't the rules. They can actually do a fresh start when this happens. So they're going to be banning that Taka, and it's still going to be having though the Kestrel pickup for Boosted Tryhards.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Well, we see a little gamesmanship from Ultra, maybe trying to take away what Boosted had initially wanted to build with a stealthy comp with the Taka and the Kestrel now. But again, it's allowed Ultra to now maybe pick up the Celeste, which I think was banned. That
Yeah, it
was
was.
the ban before.
Mm.
So now that Celeste pick is wide open and could be you know could be problems. Could be problems if they've got a really good Celeste player. Looks like
Yeah,
we've got a Grumpjaw pick, which is always fun.
yeah. Grumjoy is one of the best junglers so far. Like with Tony, um, they work extremely well. And like having a Grumjoy pickup, they can combo that up with an actual Celeste. That would make it extremely powerful. But it's going to be then the Arden pickup to follow on the engages of that Grumjoy. It's going to be very interesting how that happens. But like, I expect then the Grumjoy build like. It's not going to be anything too exotic, right? We're going to go with that good old tension bow, aftershock, stormcrown build. I expect and if he dives, he can literally try and one-shot that Kestrel. But then when you DC that Grumshaw Arden pickup, you're going to have to see and expect a response by Boosted Charles in their draft to have a very tanky and a high CC front lane. So they're able to actually protect that Kestrel. But we're going to see then that second pick is going to be a Glaive on the side of Boosted Charles. What do you think of that, Nikki?
It's kind of funny how Boosted had the Ultra had picked up the Glaive, and now Boosted turns right around and with their second pick goes ahead and picks up the Glaive now as well. I really like the Grumpjaw Arden combo. The big super proc Grumpjaw that you were talking about with the aftershock and the tension bow. You can just see health bars just get ethered with Grumpjaw right now, and with Arden being able to follow up and help out. Basically using his Vanguard to augment the living armor, he doesn't need to build much defense. The Grumpjaw doesn't, if Arden's there to support.
Hmm. Yeah, that's very true. And as we do see now, that's going to be the second ban for Ultra All-Star. It's going to be a Rona ban. So I do really enjoy that ban because, as I said, like they had to have a response on the side of Boosted Child. They had to build a very tanky and sustainable front lane to protect that Kestrel. So banning off Rona is one of the best front lanes in terms of sustain and tankiness. Like they just took one of the best heroes possible into that top lane position for Boosted Child. So that's very, like, you do see that Ultra All-Stars have actually done their homework on this 3.1 patch. And then it's also going to be a Fortress ban for Boosted Child on that second ban. That's just so powerful. I just had to expect that ban coming out on their side.
Yeah, both of these bands are not huge surprises. Fortress is unbelievably strong. A couple nights ago, we watched Nick 40 from Celsior play a Fortress pick, and just was just taking massive damage, out of people when he would go in with his truth of the tooth, and Rona's very tough, and you could see it. You could see how they do want to kind of get away from some of the frontline counters to a big Grumpjaw engage possibly.
Yeah, and looks like then we're going to be having a third pick. There's actually going to be that Vox for Ultra All-Star. Going to be probably Flex, can be CP mid, can also be a weapon bot hero. So we're going to have to see what they decide to take towards what position they decide to take that hero towards. Like, what do you think of Vox actually in this 3.1 patch?
Vox has been good for forever. And you know, he's just such a versatile pick. We used to have a thing we called the VET, the VT, the Vox Envy team. It was all of my friends and I that were just not very good Vox players, but always dreamed of being able to kind of run a Vox like D'Enzio could, or some of these all stars. So
Oh,
here goes. Oh, there you go. You got your
oh,
wish.
oh my God! I'm genuinely surprised to see the Ozo pick up here. I'm really happy actually. Ozo pick up. Oh my God! Did they listen to the stream? Is someone stream hacking
They
right now?
might have. They might be stream hacking right now. Maybe
Thank you so
humans
much.
whispering in their ears. So
Oh,
super fun. Ozo, tons of his perk, extra healing, you know, fortified health with the Carney Luck, the 3 ring circus, acro bounce. If he can get in and hop around, if it's a crystal build, he could just do explosive amounts of damage. So this is going to be, it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really cool.
damn it! Oh my God! Ozo, Ozo, Ozo! Where's Humanist?
Mm-hmm.
Call him over. He has to check this out. Okay, so we're gonna have a response of Black Feather pickup. So very good sustain and assassin hero. So you can't go really wrong with that pickup for the side of Ultra All Star. All right, so far Ozo is actually going to be doing extremely, extremely well. Ozo does very badly up against heroes that like have replacements, such as the Holy Nova of a Grace, or for example, a Shithim Wall coming out of a Lance. So having that pickup fairly late into the draft is extremely smart on the side of boosted trials, because if they picked that very early, they could have opened themselves to a very bad situation, because they would have had those kind of heroes on the get-go. And anyway, on these third and last bans for both sides, we're going to have Celeste ban very late into the game, surprisingly, for boosted child, and also Lyra ban on the side of Ultra All-Star.
Mm-hmm. You know, and Lyra is, you know, and Celeste right now is a power pick. I'm surprised, a little surprised she lasted this long. Lyra, no surprise, you know, just such a super support, one of the top line supports, and because Boosted hasn't drafted a support yet, now they're really locking themselves into basically, you know, thinking about, you know, with Fortress band and Lyra band, now what's their next roamer? So they go with a Flicker, very interesting pick, very troublesome, but also he really relies on being able to snowball the game and really get ahead and stay ahead. So I think this is we're gonna hopefully see from Boosted going in fast, trying to build the lead fast, and I think that's one of their big win conditions with picking a Flicker as their roamer.
Yeah, they got this full stealth comp right there. Do not have the Taka, unfortunately, but they do have then the Kestrel Flicker. They're just going to be invisible so long in these fights. So expect a very nice response from Ultra All-Star to actually have vision all around. And the last pickup is going to be then the Adagio coming onto the side of Ultra All-Star. So I do not know why they pick up the Adagio right there. Or like, what do you think of that?
I don't dislike it. I wonder where they're going to run the Adagio. Maybe top lane. His heal is definitely nice to have, especially because they've got the Ozo, who's got some pretty strong healing. If they're building a Vox that's a little more of a less of a Serpent Mask Poison Shiv Vox, it'll help that Vox sustain in big team fights. So a move to help sustain through these fights and maybe outlast that Ozo a little bit. Is the play here, and also a bit of range too, a little bit more range with the Adagio pick. So I like to see Adagio. Always can be a game changer. Always can kind of take over things, and a good Adagio player like a Chuck is just very fun to watch.
Yeah, that's very true. And like something I just realized, and it's actually extremely, extremely smart coming out from Ultra All-Star, is that they had the Ozo pickup with no roams coming out on the side of boosted trials. And like they were going to try and pair him up with a healer kind of hero. And they just banned Lyra right after. So that was a really, really smart move on their side, because they just completely like they took away the sustained potential, the key card of an Ozo completely away from him. So right, Ozo right now, he's going to have a lot of sustain. He's going to be lasting very long in these fights, but not as much as if he was actually paired up with a Lyra. So like, I have to give full props on the thinking of Ultra All-Star into this draft.
Yeah, I like Ultra. I like their thought behind taking a healer and then a healer with their last couple picks. Pretty wise move. I'm surprised that Samuel didn't get picked. I'm surprised Celeste didn't get picked sooner, and I'm pretty surprised Alpha didn't get picked either with the bans. We'll see. I think I think with the Black Feather especially too, and the Adagio, there are going to be some long team fights. I think.
Yeah, they're going to be extremely long because they have very, like, these comps are extremely, extremely sustainable. So
Mm-hmm.
stacking items are going to be heavily focused. You're going to have Dragon's Eyes and Breaking Point all over the place, in my opinion. Because, like, these two teams, right, in these draft, they do have, like, little off-meta picks. You have the Adagio, you have the Ozo that did come out there. So it's kind of interesting how they're going to be actually playing those two heroes. So, like, I always ask this to the fellow caster who I am. So, Nikki, after you've seen this draft, which team would you actually give this game to?
Boy, I think if it's tough. I'm going to kind of go both ways here. I feel like if boosted can get going fast the flicker and really invade and really start to rob the jungle, they've got it, but they've got to get going early and they got to get going fast. If Ultra gets the Grump Jaw to the point where he's got his double proc and has the support of the Arden along with the healing, I think the sustain will be just a little bit too much for boosted to handle in the late game. So if it goes really, really late, I'm going to give it to Ultra, but if boosted gets rolling fast, they could roll this game really hard. So going to be pretty cool, and off we go into the Rise, and yeah, good luck, have fun, everybody.
Yeah, indeed. Good luck, have fun, everyone. We do have then Ultra All-Star onto that red B side, and also Boosted Child onto that blue A side. Looks like the team there of Ultra All-Star looking for that first few seconds invade, sorry. And looks like they're going to have a very nice response coming out on the side of Boosted Child. So they're gonna like very smart move on both sides. They know how to react in case of an invade, and they're doing it really well on both sides.
Yeah, I like how boosted is covering the enemy's crystal Treant, and also covering their own weapon Treant, ensuring that they get a crystal and a weapon buff out of it, but they're not too far away from each other so that they can cover each other if they need to. Looks like we have an Ozo center lane and an Adagio center lane middle. This is kind of cool.
I think it's only temporary having light into that mid lane. They're leaving the Kestrel played by Zuz to actually do the rotation. Should be swapping over fairly fast, as light is going to be normally into that jungle position. But well, we never know. We all can always expect the unexpected. Like, so far, a minute 30 into the game, gold advantage then. Looks like the engagement, the invade coming out from the side of Ultra All-Star didn't really pay off, as they are a little bit behind in terms of gold, and the Wizard taking a real shot to the face with those glimmer shots from Zuz. He's doing a really nice job so far, and it looks like it will be indeed CP Kestrel mid.
It's CP Kestrel, and she's hitting incredibly hard
already.
Oh,
he's going right into that. He's going to be able to score the first kill with that acrobat. Light doing a really awesome move. That's first blood going over to the side of Boosted Tryhards.
That's what we were kind of looking for with a big Crystal Ozo, the ability to acro bounce in and assassinate people. So very cool move, and a good Ozo player kind of knows their limits, has that Carney luck, and knows what they're doing. So very, very cool move on the part of Light T playing Ozo.
Yeah, that was a very nice move indeed. And like, something I want to talk about is like Boosted Tryhards. Look at their comp. Zeus is going to go on that CP Kestrel mid. You do have then Light is going to logically go towards that CP Ozo. And he's got an infusion, by the way, which is even like weird a bit. Wizard taking a bit of damage to the face. The re-engagement is going to be going on to Light. Going to be respecting their damage, backing off just a little bit. And like Angels, he's got a crystal bit into his hotbar right now. So like, are they going to go towards a triple CP comp for Boosted Child? That would be actually quite interesting.
That would be interesting. It relies on Glaive being able to frontline and be your weapon carry in that case, and having basically the other, if you're going to go with the CP Idris with the divergent paths, you've got the ability to also backline and keep range. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It puts a lot of pressure on the Glaive to get tanky.
Yeah, and while at time we did have then a kill coming out of the side of Ultra All-Star onto that top lane, taking down Poke the Potato, trying to taunt, trying to be a little bit sneakier. Unfortunately, he took that back into the face. So now we're 3 minutes, 30 seconds in, and we do have another kill then coming out from Opal into this bot lane onto Virus. So far looks like both teams are quite evened out. The gold advantage only about 700 on the side of Boosted Charge. So far, no team has actually took the advantage. It's quite evened out.
Quite even. I'm looking, I'm not seeing a big vision advantage. I'm not seeing big level advantages for anybody right now. Everybody's either level 3 or 4. So yeah, real even game right now, real even game, which is kind of not what, I was sort of hoping to see a little bit more pressure from Boosted on with the Flicker. And the Flicker has got the weapon buff now too, which is, you'd want to save that, of course, for your weapon carry.
Oh, be careful there. Darjo going fairly low, but like maybe going down to the Wizard Zen. Unfortunately, the overstep was a bit too predominant, and that's going to be giving another kill over to the side of the team of All-Stars. You have to be a bit careful with Ozo. You can overstep fairly easily in those situations.
Mm-hmm. A little bit tough there. Flicker had the weapon buff, and also did the Opie was also a level ahead of that. So you kind of walked into a little bit of a disadvantage by going in with a level disadvantage and the Flicker with the buff. Now you see Flicker up here trying to be cheeky and get away with it, but I do think that Opie is in a bad spot here.
Poke, unfortunately, tried to be indeed sneaky, as you did just mention, did pop the healing fast, but unfortunately not enough. Opie going to be taking that hangry to the face. I'm just going to respect the damage, just going to be backing off with that afterburn for the time being. Like, so far, so good. 5 minutes in, 3-3 on the death board. Gold advantage almost, yeah, it's going to be a little bit more than 1k on the side of Boosted Charge, so they have a slight advantage. Now we're going to have to see if they want to try and build up and widen the gap against the side of Ultra All-Star. Look at these builds. I'm really surprised of actually what's going on. Light is going towards a fountain first item. He's got also an infusion in the hotbar that he still hasn't used up. So it looks like he's trying to make up for the sustain loss from not having that Lyra on their side by building first item fountain. After, we're going to have to see if they want to go towards that double roam potential with Poke the Potato on that Flicker and Light on that Roam Ozo, which is actually quite weird just talking about it. Like, I don't know, what do you think of that? I would also be careful, we're going to have to cut you. Oh, sorry. That's going to be a dead Grumdrel right there into that 3-2 situation. Wizard going fairly low. That's going to be 2 kills going over to Boosted Charge. Sorry for cutting you off there.
Oh, that's all right. I was going to say, if you're going to go with a double roam-ish type of comp where you've got that Ozo and the Flicker basically leading off and being your roams, that puts a lot of pressure on Kestrel. Now, if you look at Kestrel right now, she is all blue.
She's not kill. Ooh, the one shot kill.
And Zeus is not going, he is not buying any defense, so he's going to backline and hit hard. So that's what they're really relying on. This puts a lot of pressure on Zeus too to really execute and hit with the glimmer shots.
Yeah, it does put a lot of pressure indeed, as you did just mention. Like, so far, like, we didn't see that many pushes except into the mid lane. That's going to be a really good game changer for the side of Boosted Charge. They're going to be able to fight a lot more into that mid lane. And Angels looks like he's overstepped a little bit more too far, but he did have the information. You know what he was going up against. And it looks like Rick Zoid is going to try and get into that fight as Light is now rotating away. Did have a turret picked up into this bot lane. First bot lane turret, and do have then Andrew into the top lane. Did go quite low, but unfortunately looks like we're going to have this Ozo overstepping once again. Once one kill come out, it's going to be able to secure the kill. That was a snipe. Oh, I do not know what it is. Light is going to be able to, with Angel, secure 2 kills, and now with 7 minutes in, 8-3 on the scoreboard. So far, looks like Boosted Charge are going to be taking this game if they keep on with this advantage.
We might have a real sniper. Zeus might be one of those super fun Kestrels. He's built his Spellfire already. He's got a Clockwork, and boy, it's going to be cool if he can nail these 100-yard Sovereign Rise shots here. And so that it's going to be, this is going to be really exciting because he is building to do serious damage.
Yeah, indeed. He's going to try and go towards the late game, and in the late game, he's monster. Looks like Opie 69 into the bot lane is just trying to split push this lane. Unfortunately, he's not going to be. It's going to be put to a halt as we do see a very nice
He's in a
four-man
bad
engagement
spot.
onto a pipe. Or going to use the afterburn, trying to escape from that. Going to be using his boots too. We do have now that gauntlet coming out. Going to try and seal his fate. Going to be used. Oh, a nicely timed flicker ultimate.
Very nice.
Wow.
Very nice with the moon cloak. You know, and that's funny because the Ardent had to blow his gauntlet. It's on a 120-second cooldown at this point just to get one hero, just to get one laner. And the Flicker, being super map aware, saw his teammate in trouble. Brilliant Flicker play by Poke the Potato, saving Opie. And my goodness, that was fantastic save by the Flicker there.
Yeah, that's a synergy 101 right there for you guys. Now you see, look at that. The siege potential of a Kestrel is absolutely huge. They already took down 2 turrets into this mid lane, into the top lane. We also do have Angels doing an awesome play, able to take down Rigzoid onto that box. And like, so far so good. Like it's really a really nice advantage that they have for boosted Tryhards. They have to try and keep track of that advantage, try and widen up the gap. And also into this top lane, he's going to be able to secure the 2nd turret for himself. That means there's 5 turrets gone down for the side of boosted Tryhards, and only they lost no turrets. So far they got the map advantage, they got gold advantage, they got kill advantage. So far this game is 100% a boosted Tryhard game.
Right. You know, they took off right when I started to wonder if Flicker would press and make some plays. He poked the Potato, really went into it. We're looking in bottom lane of a 2-level advantage with the glaive. He needs the black feather needs constant help and attention because of the pressure glaive's putting on, which basically frees up almost the entire rest of the map for boosted to go and just get boosted. I mean, they're getting fed right now. Idris just secured his Dragon's Eye, and at this point, I mean, they're playing to what I thought that their win condition might be, is to get the Flicker rolling, get the Kestrel rolling, and beef up that glaive so that he's sustained a long time, and I think they're playing to it really, really well. Yeah, I mean, you could see cross map. They own 2/3 of the map already, and we're 10 minutes in, so.
Yeah, I have to cut you off there. Unfortunately, you have to wait for it coming out. That's going to be a stuffed A connect onto Angels. Look at that, unfortunately. That's going to be a very nice CC coming out from kill from the yard, able to connect onto that Vox. Unfortunately, not going to be taking him down. Angel extremely low. Nice CC. And very nice. Oh my god, Flicker's actually doing the plays. They're able to take down that Grumshaw. Unfortunately, he's overstaying. Going to be taking a little bit of hit to the face. Those glimmer shots coming out from that Kestrel is absolutely game-changing. Doing really nice work so far. Arden just overstepping a bit too much, taking a lot of damage. Going to have to respect his power and back off for the time being. And I have a question for you. Do you think boosted Tryhards are actually trolling? Because you have then Ozo actually going with an Echo. I do not know what to expect from this one. Tronkill able to secure the kill on Odin with that Arden.
You know, I don't really think so. I think they're coming in with a little bit of a traditional game plan, but it seems to be working for, well, it didn't work for Kestrel in that case. Zeus just goes down really hard there. But I do think that they're working a game plan. They're working a pressure game plan. Their top turret is in big trouble right now. But again, bottom lane continues to push. It's been 2 or 3 steps forward for boosted and a step back. But I think they're in great shape right now.
Yeah, they are not showing any sign of stopping or slowing down. And into the lane, they're trying to apply a bit of pressure with Andrew Harrow and Rick Zoy, trying to take down this first turret for themselves. That's going to be the first turret going down for the side of Ultra All-Star. Those are going to be doing a run for it, as we do see now Angel coming back in with that Bangarang connecting onto the Grumjaw, able to do a fair amount of damage. And now Andrew will be going down as he was doing that stuffed animation. That's very unlucky on his side. Rigzoid going to make a run for it, trying to escape the hands of Light, but unfortunately Light going to be able to jump with the acro bounce onto him, but Light taking a hit to the face with Rigzoid. Doesn't want to try and pick up the kill, doesn't want to try and be too greedy. Now going to hop onto that fight into the bottom jungle. You have the Glimmer shots raining through onto the Arden. Going to be able to survive, and now look at that. Wizard dashing out a fair amount of damage, pushing the Glimmer shots are way too much, and he's going to be going down to that third Glimmer shot. One shot, one kill going to be missing off, unfortunately, for that Kestrel. And now Odin going to be popping that healing flask. Is it going to be enough? Oh, almost went down. He was saved by that nice time healing flask. So now, so far, they are doing extremely well, pressurizing every single point of the map as Poke the Potato did go down.
Did go down. A lot of pressure, though. Continuing with a lot of pressure. You can see that they're trying to maintain. They're creeping toward in the map. And let's see here though, as they start to get closer in levels, as this black feather starts to come online and hopefully get his serpent's mask and his breaking point. We're going to see it's Opie goes down here in the bottom, so the longer this match goes though, we could be looking at a pretty epic comeback if Ultra can hang in there, but it's looking tough. It is looking pretty tough.
Yeah, indeed, it's looking pretty tough for the side of All-Star. And like something I'd like to talk about real quick is Zeus on Kestrel. Like Kestrel, I see a lot of different builds on it. Aftershock build is not one of them. I am genuinely surprised to see this built up on a CP mid Kestrel. So like, what do you think you built that? What's your thinking behind that pickup?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of Spellfire. I can understand the clockwork. You get a little bit of cooldown out of the aftershock, but just more of a typical kind of engage for more of a melee type of CP jungler than Kestrel. But maybe there's something they know we don't. Zeus clearly knows what he's doing with a Kestrel pick, so perhaps onto something.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 kills. They're secured into this top lane for the side of Boost. Going to be taken down a bit. Indeed, that will be the end for Zeus, taking that turret shot to the face. Angel going to be securing for himself that first checkpoint turret onto that top lane. So now they got access to that first armory on the side of Ultra All-Star. And now they do have Orpa making a run for it, trying to avoid going down.
I think Poke just soloed the Ghost Wing. And so that was... yeah, that's pretty. So the trade of a couple turrets, a turret for a couple of kills and the Ghost Wing, I think again Boosted they're doing an exceptional job of communicating with each other and working to really split the map and take advantage of any opportunity they get. I just feel like every time that there's an objective out there for them to get, they're on it, So yeah, so far it's been really, really good play. They've got about an 11K gold lead at this point with all those turrets come down. So it's getting we're getting it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. It feels like for Ultra in this match.
Yeah, it looks like Grimshaw is going to make a run for it, held out by the Vanguard of the and look at that siege potential from Duz on that aftershock build. Like, it's really surprising to see how much damage he's dashing out. Like, how Aftershock works is after every ability you use, your next auto attack is going to be empowered. And Zeus is doing a very nice job, like Glimmer Shot auto attack when he has the range potential to do it. Morales just took in a little bit too much damage to the face, dashed out by that Dargio. Gonna have to respect the damage and back out just a bit. The Glimmer Shot's going down. Unfortunately, Arden a little bit out of position, will be going down fairly fast, and now we have that 3-3 situation. So it's extremely low, maybe doesn't want to channel for that fight. Rose offensive going to be coming out, going to get stunned, but no, there's going to be positioned out of those active camos by the afterburn, and that's going to be 2 kills going to be secured on their side. 1-1 kill going to be tanked up by that Darjo, but unfortunately they're making a run for it, going to try and secure the kill. Maybe the afterburn is going to be able to save the day. Apparently not. The mortal wound from that is going to, and it's going to be then the afterburn from the glaive going right into the enemy base to secure that kill. We are 20-12, and like they're gonna go full mayhem on that move and going to be able to secure 4 kills on that little fight.
That is a thirsty ace. That was some commitment. So that they went deep for that one. Every time I do that, I die, before I even get anywhere near getting those kills, and somehow the enemy avoids me with a threat.
Gonna have to cut you off there. 3-man CC with that gauntlet, nice. Put down by the Arden. Unfortunately, looks like it's not going to be that much of a use. Bang around going to be going well. Going to be out just on time by that box with a nice reflex block.
Great
The Potato gonna try and sustain his team out. Do you have teleport boost? I'm gonna have to push down the troll factor coming out from the side of Team Boosted Child. Like, they're playing extremely weird moves right there. 1-1 kill going to be going out. That's going to be a kill taken by Poke the Potato. Very nice divine intervention though coming out. Burst of Judgment, coming up from the Dodger, picking up 2 kills for the side of Ultra All-Star, but unfortunately looks like this might be GG, as the only man surviving on the side of Ultra All-Star is going to be the Arden, but was he alive? He's not anymore, and this will be game for the side of Boosted Tryhard.
Crazy ending to the match here. Boosted got out in front early, and you can see just after Black Claw lands, Boosted goes ahead and takes that victory, 26-14. You could see that they basically just choked out Ultra there. I mean, got the rear naked on him, put the hooks in, and it was night for Ultra in this case. Masterfully played. It's funny. Angels went 6-2-4, and we barely even. I mean, just a silent killer in the whole game. We didn't even focus on how good an Idris he played there. So I think the game plan worked out really well. That super high sustain, they seem to be able to sustain the Adagio and the Arden with the fountain. So just a really really strong performance from Boosted there. Fun match. Fun. That was a clinic right there.
Yeah, that was a fun match. I
that
think
was a clinic.
if you were a player on the side of Boosted Triad, unfortunately, for Ultra All Star, right, that game was it was like extremely painful. And like light on this Ozo build, like going a roam-ish build with Tornado Trigger. I don't know how to feel about that really. I'm a bit. I'm gonna have to push the troll factor again. I think they were like going a little bit easy into this game. Now, this is only the start of NACL. Teams are going to be going out fairly often, and the best teams will be going to the top. So I hope Boosted Child do not have this kind of attitude all throughout the tournament. Otherwise, they're going to take a smack to the face against the higher tier players.
Yeah, some call it boosted, some call it very non-traditional, but yeah, I don't know. That's a crazy Ozo build. That's one of those that you post in Twitter and you say, look what my Ozo is doing. But if you're a doctor with the Ozo, if you're a professor, you can get away with that stuff. And when you got Zeus backing you up, just dropping hammers all over the rise, yeah, it's you can afford to play a little bit nasty on those. So, yeah, man. Yeah, good game. GG, well played. And yeah, hats off to Boosted in this one.
Yeah, very nice game indeed. It was very interesting and enlightening, if I may say so. Mm-hmm. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this stream. This was NACL, North American Champion Leagues. Once again, if you want to check out the Twitter account, we do have one under the name of North American Champion League. We post every information about this tournament over there. So if you're interested in watching more matches, don't hesitate to go check that out. My name was Maxman, joined by Nikki Tsunami to cast